Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Good morning. Let me make the... Yeah, it is 58 degrees. So it's a little chillier than normal, but I just haven't put my... I've been out and about this morning. I went to the P.O. box, so we got a couple things to open in the P.O. box. We're going to finish these cutting boards. Somebody bought my last cutting board. So somebody bought this. I did not have my logo on this because I left it open if somebody wanted to put a name, and they did not. They just want the cutting board for what it is. So I still have to wax it though. So I'm going to put my logo on this. We're going to burn my logo on this today, and then I'm going to wax it. But I wax it inside. I don't wax it in the dust of the garage. I wax it in my in the house. So we're gonna wax this. I got one other thing over here I'm working on. Get that done, and then we got to cut these boards. So we got to get the table saw ready. We're gonna cut these boards today, 2 sides, and then we're gonna sand them. And if we get them all sanded, we should sand them down to 220, and then we're going to get it done. Now again, this is a board that you guys that were given away, and it has an imperfection here, and I ended up, so again, how thin it is, it's thinner than I like my cutting boards to be. So you guys get it. So this is the thickness of the boards regularly, so you can see how thick. So I mean, like this is it. So this is going to be, once I cut off the excess, this is the size the cutting board is. So the sides get cut off. The thickness of this board is the giveaway. You can see it's thinner. But I'm putting legs on this, so it'll raise it up. I'm still going to cut it to the same size. I'm cutting off the edges and everything. But it's because of this imperfection here, which is a natural knot, but I'm not happy with that. Normally, when I glue boards together, I wean out the boards with the knots on it so I don't run into this issue. Unfortunately, this was a knot that was hidden inside. And it's not degrading the board at all, but I would not feel comfortable selling this board, because we sell these boards at $120 a board. I would not be comfortable selling this board. So I decided that this is a giveaway. So this is what we're giving away. So every time that we do the 3 gifted subs, the hype train, the sub goal of the day, all of that stuff, we get there. So, so yeah. Yeah, Wendy, it's a one-of-a-kind board. And again, you can use it for whatever you want. Some people get my cutting boards and they just use it just for a charcuterie board. Some people get my boards and they use it every single day. That's up to you. Whatever you want to do. Well, you do you. You do you. I use my cutting boards every single day. My boards get used every single day. I got 4 cutting boards. The biggest one, so I made myself a big one. And just to see if I would use it more than the little ones. And honestly, I don't. I use my boards that are the 9-inch by 12-inch boards. I use those more than any other board because it's easier. It's easier to grab. It's easier to pick up. It's easier to work with. Because you got to remember, a cutting board, my cutting board, it's solid wood. And them being solid wood, they're heavy. They're heavy. You know what I mean? I'm expecting a plumber sometime today, so I might disappear for a little bit. No, you do you, beautiful. You do you. You do you. I already had, so fortunately, I was dead asleep this morning. And my bi-monthly, so I have landscapers that come and help me do my landscaping because I don't have it in me to do the landscaping like I did in my younger days, you know. When I was younger, I could do the landscaping continuously, no problem, no issues. Unfortunately, we put a lot of trees in this house that requires a lot of landscaping. And when I put the trees in, I was a younger man than I am now. So, I don't have the agility to do, oh shit, I forgot to put the fan on. I don't have the agility as a young man like I used to, needless to say. So I have resorted to having to hire landscaping people, and they're really good. It's a shame though. I've had them for a while now, but nonetheless, they woke me up pretty early this morning, and so fortunately they were literally at the house. Gosh, they were at the house here, at like 7:30 this morning. So which is honestly good because it woke my ass up. So I got up early, and I was planning on doing. I sat down at my desk, started working on some stuff, and then I said, "Shit, I got to get this stuff shipped out." So I had two things that had to get shipped out. Got those shipped out, and then I saw we had another order for this this other cutting board. So that's what this is. This is such a beautiful cutting board. This is a cutting board that's been sitting behind my desk. I have another one, but it's just such a beautiful cutting board. I said, all right, this is the one that's going to somebody's home. But I gotta wax it still. Then after this, I think we'll make some more stands. Then I gotta go get more lumber. We are at the point where I don't have the lumber that I had. But I do want to work on some I want to work on some other projects here. We want to work on I want to work on the tower. So I'm going to work on that. We got a few things we want to work on. Hey Grizzly, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let me go get my water. I left my water in the house. Let me go get my water. My water. Little buddy. Gunner and I, we played catch this morning. You brought that in the house. You knew that. He brought his tennis ball in the house. And he knows the tennis ball is an outdoor toy. The reason it's an outdoor toy is because every time he brings it in the house, he puts it underneath the furniture and he coerces us to go get it. I think it's funny. It makes me laugh. Mrs. Junkyard is not a fan. She gets aggravated with him, and she ignores him most of the time for doing it. Once again, I think it's funny. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I just gotta wax this board. I like the wax to sit there and soak in for a couple days before I let the board go. This order just came over, so. So this is a home to somebody's board. There she goes. All right. What we do need to do is I do need to make some more coaster racks, as well as I am out of Z Royal Viking coasters. And again, I like to I like to have inventory so when you beautiful people order stuff, I can just get it out and ship it out right away. Now, the ones I do not ship out right away, though, I don't ship out the Star Wars ones, but I think I might print up a lot of those. For TwitchCon. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided. Because I don't want to get in trouble, you know. But I don't sell them as Star Wars. They're from a galaxy far, far away stuff. Is what they are. So I don't make them. This is not 10 by 10. Oh, it is. I think Z was the only one I was out of. I mean, if we're still playing Among Us in the TwitchCon, I'll make more of these. Whatchamacallit did recommend me making a new rack, though. Hamster recommended that I make a different display rack. So we're probably going to work on that this year. He says the other displays racks you want to display it forwardly, not which I understand. So I'm going to make newer racks for that. All right, we're going to let that do its thing. All right, now we're going to cut these cutting boards to size. We're going to cut them up. Let me get you guys in a position where you can see what's going on with the table saw. Okay, so first of all we got to do is we got to cut off part of the ledge here. So we just want to cut off the edge and make this edge pretty. And then we come back and we try to hog off a good amount. Because we use the cutoffs. I save them. I put them in a box over here. And we make... where the hell is that box? Is this it? Huh. Oh, is this? No, that's not it. Maybe I used them all already. Or are they over here? Oh, they're over here. They're over here. Okay. So I use those for the cutoffs, and we make an end grain cutting board out of those. So, and that's always a one of a kind as well. So I'll be making those. We'll probably make that cutting board pretty shortly here. We still got to make, I think I'm going to take these, the next project is I'm going to take these other boards we have here. I'm going to make some other stuff. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? He forgot who was within 20 minutes of meeting me. What did I do? Have you thought about making coasters out of the ends? You know what? No, not really. I have a stack of cutoffs over here, Query, that I could glue up and I can make, cutoffs out of those. But if I make those aren't going to be cheap. Those are going to be like $80 a set, honestly. But anyway, all right, let's get this shit cut up. I don't have time for this shit. Let's get this shit done. We got gaming today at. We have gaming today at 2:30. We have gaming today at 2:30. So, and then tomorrow, Scotch and we're going to play. I can only game for like 2 hours tomorrow. After Among Us. Because then I got IRL meetings going on. Which I gotta yell at my financial advisor tomorrow. That's where I'm going. And I gotta say, dude, you made more money than I did this last year off of my account. What the fuck? And I gotta yell at him. I mean, I want him to make money, but more than me? What the fuck? So I gotta yell at him tomorrow. Do I engrave other things on the engraved cutting boards? The names? I mean, I can. It just depends on what you want and how much time it takes me. Have I done things like that? Yeah. Like a bear? Oh, yeah. I mean, well, like the bear, like the grizzly bear, I put onto your So you're talking like the grizzly bear I put on your coaster or the ornament? Yeah, I could do that. But you got to decide, do you want it just down in the corner? Or do you want the whole thing to be a bear? If you want the whole thing to be a bear, that's going to take some time and a little bit more money. If I just do it like, put my logo on the corner and the bear on the other side, or put my logo on one side and the bear on the other side. Oh, just the corner? Yeah, I mean, I could do, here, I'll show you. Like my cutting boards, when I sell my cutting boards, I put my logo on it. Now my logo always goes into the left corner of the board. I could always put a grizzly here on the other side, or I could put it on the other side, either right side or left side. Whatever you would want. You would just have to let me know And we'd have to be in communication and be on the same page to understand what we're doing. You know? But yeah, I mean, if you want just a grizzly, I could do that. And it's an engraving cost. I do charge for that. But it's not too much. It's not, the machine's not plugged in right now, you guys. So I'm putting my hand on this. The machine's not plugged in. I don't know if this is too high on this machine. Yes. I took my sweatshirt off. I don't like to do anything with long sleeves on, so I took my sweatshirt off so I don't have long sleeves on. All right. Yeah, I turned that. It's the shop, man. Your ears are gonna get hurt. I got wood. I got stuff going on. Machines are going. So yeah, there'll be loud noises in the wood shop. That's why I wear headphones. But you're welcome that I turned off the audio there. That's what happens in a shop. All right, next, we got to cut these to size. So what I do next is I cut these down to 12 inches, and then we cut them to 9 inches. So the board right now, so like this one has some imperfections on it. This board has, this is why I cut the boards, make these boards so wide. I make these boards wide is because it gives me an option when there's bad imperfections on the edges of the boards, I can make them go away. So now what we need to do is I have a C-clamp and a wedge board is what we call it. And I put those on the, I put that on the edge of the we put that on the edge of the board here, and that gives us an opportunity to make a true edge, a stop edge, basically a stop piece here. So that's what we're doing now. And I get a little anal about it, but I usually use two things to double check that we're at 12 inches. Now again, all my boards could be a little bit over, a little bit under. It doesn't have to be exactly 12 inches. And if I have the extra material, I make it over. But I can't go over on the width, which is the 9 inches, because the shipping bags I ship this stuff in, it fits 9 inches perfectly. So I can't ever go over that. Now I do go over on the 12 inch, I could go over on that, but I usually don't too much because again, I want the extra material so I can build another cutting board. But I don't mind going over 12 inches. I grew up around machines like this, so I'm sort of used to it. I like the sounds and smells of the wood shop. Yeah, I enjoy this. You know, and like I said, I enjoy the short spurts of being in the shop. You know, when we're in the shop for long periods of times, that tends to, it can be a little overwhelming. So that's why I tend to do a little bit less than I have. Yeah, we could change that today. Let's see if we could change that. Let's shoot for a goal today. shoot for that. Ugh. Okay, so now these got to be 9 inches. And they're all about 9.5. So this is when I look at the board and see, okay, what am I okay, which side am I okay with letting the material go? So like this one, I'm good with this side going away. So we're going to cut off a little bit. We're going to cut this side off. This one I look at, and the board tells me which side to go. The material talks to me. Again, if it's over a little bit, that's fine. Again, how I measure these boards, I sell the boards as 9-inch by 12-inch. But it can't be much more over 9-inch because, again, it's the shipping bags I got. I could always get other shipping bags and bigger ones and do it that way, but I've had a really good run. I've had a really good run with these bags. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I don't think that extra 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch makes that much more of a difference to you guys or to somebody that has the material or the board, you know. It is what it is. The board goes away. The first board, is there something in the corner? No. All right, simple, simple. Hey, let's go. Coven, how you been, man? Gifted 3 subs. Holy shit, let's go. Well, let's do it, man. Thank you so much, Coven. We got 3 gifted subs that just came in, ladies and gentlemen. So that what that means is we're going to go ahead, once Melly's ready, we're going to go ahead and do a, whatchamacallit? A drawing. So again, these are all the cutoffs, you guys. These are the cutoffs. And we will make a cutting board out of this. And we'll make another cutting board out of that. And those are specialty cutting boards. Yo, Junk, I made my first project out of wood, and I made a simple mug rack to hold 30 mugs for my wife. That's awesome, man. Good job. Thank you, Coven. If you got a gifted sub from Coven, Amwu, Dr. Fingler, Halo1001. Make sure you thank Coven. Coven, thanks so much. Everybody in chat right now, type in wood, W-O-O-D. Type in wood, W-O-O-D. Type in wood right now. Anybody who's paying attention in chat right now, type in W-O-O-D. O-O-D. Type in people that are subbed, non-subbies, subbies, anybody and everybody. Type in wood in chat. This will give you an opportunity to win this cutting board right here that we're making. This cutting board right here. I am giving this board away to one of you guys. I will mail this cutting board to your house. Now again, if you're in another country, I'll mail it to you, but I ain't paying the shipping. Because I'm a cheap son of a bitch. I'm not going to say I'm not. But again, I don't make the money like some of my friends do. So I can't afford it. But I will ship that to you. Okay, now we got to do the edges. We got to trim the edges, and then we'll go there. Last call to type wood. Melly's doing this. I can't see it. Last call. Junkyard. Rephrase that. You're not cheap. You're physically responsible. Financially responsible. Financially. I'm financially responsible. And I don't have the money for it. So you guys get what you get. Let's go, wood. Type in wood. Melly's going to say last call, and that's it, you guys. Thank you so much, Coben. Love you, John. Love you, buddy. I appreciate you. Been sick since the weekend. Watching you do woodworking has been relaxing and great. Appreciate it. Congrats. Johnny Navarro has been added to the list. Johnny Navarro has been added to the list. Let's go, Johnny. All right, Johnny, you're on the list. So when we do the drawing on the 2nd, on February 2nd, my goal is to have the board done by then, which we should. I will ship this board to your house if you are the winner. Then we got to go get more lumber. I got to go get more lumber because we're going to need more. But I think I want to make, I got some beautiful pieces of walnut. And I'm going to make, I think I want to make some charcuterie boards out of these. We're going to have to clean them up, cut them. We're going to have to pull these out and take a look at them. I still have this beautiful piece of wood that I don't know what I'm going to do with. Then we got all these cutoffs. What we got to do is glue these cutoffs together, Query, like you were saying, and make just make some coasters out of those things, you know. I can't see your name. Marilyn. Thank you so much for the follow. I think that's what it is. Again, you guys put all these goddamn weird freaking letters in your name. I don't freaking know how to read them. Freaking throws me off for a freaking loop all the goddamn time. It's like, what the hell is that? What'd you add that to it for? So now what we're going to do is we're going to oh wait, let me move the camera. I know it's got a knot. There's no knots. What are you talking about? There's no knots. There's a knot right here. I already told you that. That's why I'm giving this board away. There's no knots on the boards. If you're talking about this, that's a burn mark. Are you talking about that? It's a burn mark from the cutting from the blade. If you're talking about that, it's got a blade. It's a burn mark. Guys, let me do the woodworking. If there's a knot, I would say so. Now, one thing I have noticed in this board, there's cracks in the wood, which I'm not happy about. So we will clean this board up. And if these cracks are what I think they are, then I'll have another board to give away, because I ain't going to sell this one either. Again, these were all the leftover. This was all the wood that was at the end of the batch. So if we have another board, we'll do it again next month. And then I just got to go get more wood. But there's a crack in this wood I'm not happy with, so. This board's fine. Oh my God, Junkyard, there's a knot in the wood. Junkyard, you don't see anything. I'm just seeing it from a camera a freaking 5,000 miles away, and I know there's a knot in the wood. God damn it. Shut up, Internet. I love being a good, I love my persona. Damn right it's your fault, Query. 100% it's your fault. Your fault. Of course it's the streamer's fault, ya frickin' schmuckage. Schmuckage. I love that. I just made that word up. Schmuckage. All right, what I'll do is I usually get a scrap board, and we like to go ahead and just make sure that when I use the router, it doesn't screw anything up first, because once you router something, you're screwed. Junk might be a little cheap, but his wood is top of the line. Thank you. Streamers get the chat they deserve. Oh, I don't mind getting roasted. You guys can roast me all you want. 100%. But I've told you a million times, you roast me, I'm roasting your asses back. You know? Junk, schmuck, is defined as a foolish or contemptible person. Yeah, so a schmuck would be a personal fiction of this concept. Is it not? Correct. What does that tool do? This is a router. So this router is going to make we're going to round off the edges here to smooth them up. It's like a family get-together. Everyone is getting roasted, and we make s'mores. Oh, shit. I love it. And we make s'mores. Oh, that's good shit. All right, so once again, so it rounds over the edge. See how it rounds over the edge? It rounds over the edge. Pro tip, s'mores with cinnamon. They're so amazing, Melly. And chocolate sauce, right? Oh my God. All right, you guys talk about s'mores. I'm gonna do this shit. All right. Chunk is edging the wood today, I see. He knows what chat likes. I know you're all into edging. You chat. You guys are terrible. I am not edging. Edging. I didn't even know what that was. Z-Royal Viking told me what that was. Then there's Mrs. Junkyard. Hey, I'm back. So I went to the post office this morning, and so they have this area. So I go to this little post office where my P.O. box is, and they had a little area that was, they had, normally they sell things. So they had, they got freeze-dried candy. They had an incense area, basically crafty stuff that people had. Then they had 2 boxes of free Pokemon stuff. So I grabbed these 2 because I don't know what they are, and I was hoping you guys could tell me what these are. And this is one of them. It's a plastic coin. And then it was this one too, and I don't know. Oh, there's the face. And then this one too. I don't know what are these Pogs? So these are called Pogs. Oh, there's a face right there. I can see the face. Oh, it's a heads and tails coin. They're plastic. And I was thinking, should we make these out of wood? We can make these out of wood. It's for TCG games. Yeah, it did say, yeah, there was a sign there that said free Pokemons for TCG games, which I had no idea what that was. But I figured I'd let you know. Query, did you send me a message, then delete it? I could tell. All right, so we got 2 boards. There is some imperfections on this board that I'm not really sure I'm happy with. After we sand it, we'll see if this dissipates. If not, then we'll give this board away in February. Maybe I'll make 12 boards a month and we'll give 1 board a month away. I'm good with that. Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather give maybe some, I have these things. I want to give these things away. Then I have these things I want to give away to one of you. Because these are, you guys came up, I was going to throw them away. You guys said, no, give these away, sign them. So I signed them. Have heads and tails. I use supply. I have no idea. I don't know shit about Pokemon. What I do want to work on though is I want to work on the towers. Maybe we can use these cut off for towers too. I don't know. Okay, now we get to sand. Yay, sanding. We love to sand. Sanding is so much fun. Yay. Let's sand the cutting boards. Oh my God. I'm glad there's only so many of them. We're cutting the sanding boards now. We're sanding them. I got to get my mask. I'm putting my filter mask on. My filter mask. My sander. Then I need the sand, the vacuum over here. We got a new follower, it sounds like. George. George, thanks for the follow. Kevin Kahn. Kevin, thanks so much for your Prime, Kevin. Thank you for your Prime there, Kevin. We got a Prime from Kevin. Kevin. Kevin, give us his Prime. Kevin, give us his Prime. We got a Prime from Kevin. Kevin got Prime. We got a Prime from Kevin. Kevin. Kevin, give us his Prime. Kevin, give us his Prime. Prime. Prime is the time. Prime is the time. From Kevin. Kevin. Kevin, give us his Prime. Kevin. Kevin, give us his Prime. I got so many extra things here. We got to figure out which is good and which is not. This one's in good condition. I want to use them till I can't use them no more. What are you writing here that you want me to see? Junkyard, curious. Minds want to know if you have a lathe. I do have a lathe. I've made wands on the lathe. I made this little thing on the lathe. I don't use it too much though. It makes a freaking mess. It makes a mess. Yeah, I have a lathe. I don't use it though. And the handle, I broke the handle off, so I got to get a new handle. I know this stuff's cool, but again, I'm not a lathe guy. My buddy Texas My Texas Hula, he's a lathe guy. I don't want to become a lathe guy. I don't want to do it. Texas Hula, he's a lathe guy. These coasters are done. Now I'm spraying polyurethane on these. I teach 2 coats of it, which protects the wood and the design. What else do we need here? We need some more Larry. Larry! The knot is gone. That's your knot. Okay, so those are sanded down to 80 grit. That's 80 grit. And that's where your knot was. Your knot is now gone. It was just burn mark. Okay, now we switch the paper to 150. All right, what'd you say here? Junkyard. Somebody asked, do you still have the P.O. box open? If so, would you be interested in making a taste video and sweets and salty from other countries? 100%. And yes, my P.O. box is open. I went to the P.O. box today, you guys. I went to the P.O. box today, and I picked 2 packages up. So we're going to open those later today. And I got to go back to the P.O. box on Friday because Annie sent something out too, and it didn't show up yet. So, but yeah, I get excited to get stuff in my P.O. box. All last year, 2024, I got one thing in my P.O. box. You know, I pay over $10 a month for that stupid box. It's $142 a fucking year for that box. It's stupid how much it is. Stupid. It's a fucking racket. But I'm not going to give my home address out. So I got to use a P.O. box because you can't give your home address out, so you got to use a P.O. box. You ordered a shipping box. Well, you don't need to do that. Just use some old Amazon boxes. But I appreciate you shipping me something. Again, we want to try to have a P.O. box opening at least once a month. Or every time I go pick up the P.O. box. If I go to the P.O. box and there's something, I go to the P.O. box like 2 or 3 times a month. As long as you guys ship me stuff, I go to the P.O. box. It's further than my post office box, where my P.O. box is. My P.O. box is further than my post office box. Than my thing. 2 reasons. 1, I didn't want to dox myself on the city I live in. And 2, it was less expensive when I first got it. When I first got my P.O. box, when I first got it, 4 years ago or so, it was $70 a year for the P.O. box. I said, that's awesome. Perfect. That's all I need. A place to have an address. Then COVID happened. Then everything else happened. And now it's $142 a month. Over doubled in price. It's like, holy shit. You can ship whatever size you want. I wonder how much it would cost me to send you something from the UK, as you need to try UK chocolate. My American friends, it's so much better than the US chocolate. Yeah, it would probably charge you like, if you're just sending a candy bar in a package, I don't know, probably minimum $30. It costs to ship one of these cutting boards, what did it cost? It cost $70 to ship to Hungary. We shipped one of these to Hungary, and it cost $70 to ship to Hungary. I don't know. You'd have to check on your, I'm sure your postal service has the dimensions. You go to my postal service and they give you the dimensions and it gives you a guesstimate price. But I put the scale in and I put the measurements in, and that's how I do it. So, because I ship it. You go to your post office and they'll figure that out for you. But yeah, if it's too much money and it's above your budget, don't ship it to me. I appreciate the thought. I appreciate it a lot. But don't, if it's too much for you, don't do it. Oh yeah, it's so stupid. It went from $70 and now I pay $142 for the exact same box. For the exact same box. I have not changed my P.O. box, my number, no nothing. Now they did change my location. They took my box out of the back of a supermarket or a little market, which I was bummed because I really liked it there. It's probably a good thing because every time I went there, I bought something from the market. It was great marketing on their part. But they took the whole the wall of P.O. boxes and moved it to another location down the street. And it went up instantly right there, but then it's gone up every year. Every year it's gone up. And you can't do anything about it because, you know, the United States Postal Service, it's a monopoly. Theoretically, I mean, yeah, you could use UPS, you could use Federal Express, but they're more expensive. The United States Postal Service is still the least expensive way to ship something. But it's still also the only way to ship something. There's really no other competition. United States Postal Service. Yeah, I don't even know if it's owned by the United States anymore. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It was just, they just moved it down the street. They moved it from the little tiny market down to a building down the street. So it's not any further. It really didn't add anything to the drive. It's just stupid how much more it is. The United States is still a government agency. Aha. See, the government controls it all. Yeah, there is one of my daughter's future mother-in-law retired from the Postal Service, and she gets a nice pension, you know. Government agencies are the ones where you get nice pensions from. We don't get any, you know, I never got any pension at the furniture store. We had a 401k, but the 401k there sucked. I got some money in it, but not a lot. All right, so we sand these at 220. We sanded these to 150. Now we got to sand them to 220, and then we got to wet them. By the time we wet them, it should be close enough. It'll be like, a little bit after 1 o'clock. And then we're going to switch over, and then we're going to go inside. And we're going to switch over to Dale and Dawson. Dale and Dawson. You know what I mean? But, that query, that spot you were talking about, it's gone. Where there's a knot on the corner. No, it's gone. Got some saw marks here. This is the board that's going to be one of you guys. One of you is getting this board. $120 cutting board. I'm going to put feet on it, so theoretically it makes it 130. This is going to be one of your cutting boards right here. One of you guys. Every 3 gifted subs or more, we get a roll. If we hit the daily goal of 30 subs a day, we roll. If we hit the overall goal of the day, which I think is 50 more, we do 5 more. We ended up rolling yesterday with the generosity of you guys. We rolled, I think we got like 15 people added to the list for the chance of an opportunity, and a lot of you guys got on the list to get 16 rolls yesterday. Holy shit, you gave Melly a lot to do. Melly, are you making the wheel right away and just keep adding people to the wheel so you don't have to do it all at once? Because you got the wheel. Nah? I would. Otherwise, you're going to end up typing people's names in, or you just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. Maybe you can just copy and paste. Copy and paste is powerful? Oh, okay. All right. You know how to do it. I don't know how to do that shit. But we're going to have a roll. I know. Melly has been a godsend. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to lie. Melly has been a godsend. So, all right. So we have... So this is the board we're sending to you. Now, again, there's a knot on the back here that I'm not happy with. So we're going to put legs on this. I'm going to put little feet on this. And you can use this as a cutting board every single day of your life, or you can use it as a charcuterie board, or you can use it as just a display rack. Whatever you want to do. Okay, we got to sand these down to 220 now. Hey! We got a new follower here, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ginge. Mr. Ginge, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Junkyardians. Appreciate you being here. Again, we're in the wood shop today. We're in the shop today. If you fell behind, just hit refresh. All right. So now we always do the magic here. And this is where we get the boards all damped up. We damp the boards up. And we let it sit for 24 hours, or in our case, whenever we get back out here again, we sand them down. So you like it when straight what? Isn't Miss Junkyard? Miss Junkyard is diabetic. She does have diabetes. And she changed her whole way of living. Hey, Doubler. Yeah, Mrs. Junkyard doesn't eat sugar at all. In fact, we try to keep sugar out of the house a lot. She doesn't eat sugar whenever she can get away with not eating sugar. I'm getting some water. That's what I'm doing now. Now this is not the oil again. So what we're doing here is we're waxing, we're wetting the boards. We're putting water on the boards. By putting water on the boards, we're raising the grain of woods. If I just sanded them and put oil on them now, the boards themselves, when I'm done with them, even though they'll feel smooth, there'll be little bits of little tiny fingers of wood up here that basically the board over time will be rougher than it should be. When you sand a cutting board, when you sand the wood, you're taking off material, because the sandpaper is doing that. It's just taking off the sandpaper material. But there's microscopic fibers getting laid down. They're folding down on the wood itself. And the sandpaper wants to take them, but it can't take them because those little fibers are hiding. They fell down into the wood. So what we do now is we wet the wood. Once we wet the wood, we let the wood dry, and all those fibers go erect. You know, they get excited. It's like they got hit with a frickin' piece of some Viagra, and they're like, and they're all sticking straight up. Then we come back down and we sand those little fibers down, and we make this as smooth as a baby's ass. But this is where you get a chance to take a look and see what it looks like. All right, so this is this. This is before we put water on it. And the water is just water. It gives you a glimpse of what it's going to look like. The oil makes it that much better. That's a board going to one of you. This is a giveaway board. This is a board that we're giving away February 2nd. Now this one I'm selling. So you want to buy it, you can buy that one. Okay, so we're going to be putting in at the end of the month. Now again, if you want to pre-order any of these boards, let me know. I have no more boards available. I sold them all, which I should have kept inventory going, but they're gone. So I have no more cutting boards to sell, which is not good as a business individual, but I have coasters available. Right away, coasters, all the little tchotchke shit. I have that shit available, but all the other stuff I do not. And right now we have two boards available. I'm watching one of these boards though. One of these boards has an imperfection I'm not excited about. So with it having that imperfection, one of these boards might be another no-go. Which is a bummer because it is what it is. But I do have another board inside that I use for my display, but I'll be happy to sell that one. If somebody really wants one, I'll sell that one. With all the other projects in mind that I want to make, we're going to have to figure out what else we can make. and keep making cutting boards. I think cutting boards are going to be my go-to because honestly, everybody needs a cutting board. You cannot not have a cutting board. Now, again, you could have a cutting board that you could go buy, you know, a plastic one and use that one and get you by, which is fine. Or you could buy a top-end one by me that I make that will last you. Basically, you take care of it. It's an heirloom cutting board, and you can have it for literally the rest of your life, children's lives, family lives, and handing on and on and on and on. I mean, literally, my cutting boards are heirloom cutting boards if you take care of them. I've given cutting boards away to people that I go to their house and take a look at the cutting board, and it's pathetic. It's just like, I put this time into this board, and this is how you treat it, and it looks like this. Needless to say, I never gave them another cutting board, but I was sad. It was sad to see what they did with it. Okay. All right, I think we're good for today in the wood shop. We're going to let this finish. Then we're going to go inside and we're going to switch to games of the day. Hello, my name is Gunnar, and I am the main character of the show. And I would like to point out that everybody here smells like my dookie. Dookie, 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 dookie. You all smell like my dookie. You all smell like my dookie. Ho! What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Huh? Explain it to me. I'm asking you guys. You all look like my dookie too. You and you and you and you. Hey, you can't say that, young man. Sorry, he was calling you guys all dookie. I told him he can't do that, though. He thought it was funny. It's like, dude, you can't do that. You can't just call people dookie. It's a frickin', I mean, back in the 80s and 90s, you could call them whatever you wanted. But now you can't say stuff like that. Another thing, you think you can just because you're a dog, but you can't. Hey everybody, thanks so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you haven't as of yet, please make sure you comment down below, thumbs the video up, and also hit that subscribe button. You know, a lot of you guys watch my videos and never hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Now also, if you don't know, again, I stream 6 days a week over on Twitch TV, where you can catch me literally all the time. I love it. Interaction television. Come see me over there. Thanks again. Needless to say, keep gaming.
If you're looking for cool videos, then you're at the right place. From PC to the console, and leave a smile on your face. Junkyard, Junkyard. Get ready to watch a video.